All right, well, we go next to Hollywood, where aspiring filmmakers go to break into the movie business. No surprise then that Los Angeles universities are a magnet for film students far and wide.
VOA's Mike O'Sullivan looked into what some foreign film students are doing in Los Angeles, and he talked with our very own Rebecca Ward. So as they say, quiet on set, action.
Graduate student Ivy Lin from China's Shandong province is putting finishing touches on her student film. It's a tale of cultural differences, romance, and Chinese cooking. She says producing the feature is preparing her for a career.
I hope to do like film producing or marketing in the future, especially like between the US and China.
What was so striking about the story you did is you featured several international students who hope to bring their skills back to their home countries. But I'm wondering how many end up staying because Hollywood is such a big draw.
Well, it is a draw, and they all say they want to at least get some experience in Hollywood because this is really the center of the international movie business. And, I think a lot will end up staying, and what we're seeing increasingly, say in the case of China, is international productions. So maybe the deals are put together partly in Hollywood and partly in Beijing or Shanghai, and some of the production is done here, some is done there, and in the future we may see that with other countries as well. Graduate student Ivy Lin got help from Melinda Pan, a student from Beijing who is doing the final production work on her own student feature. She says China and the United States have many co-productions, including Iron Man 3.
I think sci-fi films probably are the most popular ones because there are so many skills required, and they have big box office in China too. But for me, I like sweet and touching stories. So
I think we're going to see a lot more back and forth with kids who are from overseas areas and who are trained here in the LA area.
So you did feature one student who was putting together her student film. I think you saw the screening. What did you think? I mean, how talented are these kids?
Well, they are very talented, and they get very good training here because they're working with people who have industry experience. It's such a huge industry in LA, and you've got people who have both academic training and the practical skills. You know, one of the students said to me that, I said, what did you learn in the process of making the student film? And she said, I learned how to create a project from beginning to end. She said, I never thought I could write a complete script. She was, basically the executive producer and the producer, and did some of the direction, and, did the location scouting, and did the casting, and of course the post-production, which is the film editing. From start to finish, she put a project together and said, at this point, I feel that I could go out to a Hollywood studio and I have something to offer.
And I imagine they have some pretty good internships in Hollywood.
Well, they do, and in fact, they have a lot of these schools have prominent alumni. For example, another Cal State campus, Cal State Northridge, has Michael Eisner, who was the former head of Disney, as an alumnus. George Lucas went to USC, and a lot of people who don't have such big names but are prominent, and maybe major film editors or sound editors, or working in post-production houses, and they will invite students from their alma mater into their business and help give them some training.
So what, in the end, what do they have to produce in order to graduate from the film school?
Well, they have to complete their courses and they have to finish a student production. And if they want to do a good job, they can raise some outside money. And in the case of this one young woman, Ivy Lin, she went on a internet site called Indiegogo. She raised $5,000, and she got professional actors who were willing to work for little or nothing, just because they need the credit. There are a lot of waiters in LA who are occasional actors who will do almost anything to get into a production. And got people to donate. Supermarket owner will donate, say, okay, come in and film here. And so you just beg, borrow, and do whatever you can to put the project together. And with any luck, you'll have a film that will be a calling card and get you into the door of a major studio.
Mike O'Sullivan reporting for VOA from Los Angeles. A lot of fun stuff those kids are doing out there.
Yeah.
Looks like something I'd like to do. Go back in time, right?
Agree. Yeah, no, it really is.